Unit 3, Lesson 4. How do our bodies move, breathe, and circulate blood? Bones, lungs, muscles, heart. Strong bones. Bones are organs that support and protect the body, store minerals, and allow movement. Bones have an hard outer layer that contains calcium and a spongy inner layer called marrow, where bone cells are made. Strong bones. Bones, ligaments, and cartilage form the skeletal system. Cartilage cushions the end of the bones and form flexible parts such as your ear and your nose. The place where two or more bones meet is called a joint. Ligaments connect bones at the joint. Some joints, like those in the skull, don't move. Other joints allow movement. Ball and socket joint allow circular movements like the joint in your shoulder. Hinge joint allows back and forth movements like the hinge in your knee. Pivot joint allows rotation from side to side like the joint in your neck. Mighty muscles. Muscles are organs that contract to produce movement in the body. There are 3 types of muscles in the muscular system. The heart is made of one type. The walls of blood vessels and organs are made of another type of muscle. The third type is a skeletal muscle, pulls bones and helps you move. Mighty muscles. Muscles movements can be involuntary or voluntary. Involuntary movements happen without thinking about them, like your heart beating. Voluntary movements can be controlled, such as running and playing. Tendons are the strong bands of tissue that connect skeletal muscles to bones. Muscles often work in pairs. When one muscle contracts, the other muscle relaxes. The contracting muscle moves the bone that is attached to. Do this experiment, muscle burnout. Grab the squishy balls. Breathe in, breathe out. Organs in the respiratory system bring in oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Lung, the main organ of the respiratory system, are spongy organs that expand to fill with air. Air enters your body through the nose or the mouth and flows through a tube in the throat called the trachea. The trachea branches into two smaller tubes called the bronchi. The bronchi branches into many bronchioles in the lung. Tiny sacs called alveoli are attached to the broncholias. They inflate and deflate as you inhale and exhale. Red blood cells in the alveoli absorb the oxygen. Right there, those are absorbing the oxygen. Identify the blood vessels in the alveoli. Right there. And these bring back the carbon dioxide. Asthma attack, constrictive airway. Asthma is an illness that makes it hard for the person to breathe. During an asthma attack, bronchi become swollen, making airways smaller. This makes it much harder to get air in and out of the lungs. Why is it more difficult to breathe during an asthma attack? Well, this is a normal one. This is an asthma attack. How much air can you get through there? Asthma attacks, they're triggers. The exact cause of asthma aren't known. Some people are born with asthma, while for other people, smoke, air pollution, allergies can trigger asthma attacks. Asthma attack management. People can try to avoid asthma triggers. However, people cannot always avoid pollen and air pollution. A doctor can prescribe an inhaler, a device that delivers medication to the lungs. The inhaler releases a mist that can help open the airways. Eat it. Arteries carry blood away from the heart. Veins carry blood back to the heart from the lungs and the body. Oxygen, nutrients, and carbon dioxide pass through the capillaries or the tiny vessels that with very thin walls to parts of the body and into the blood. The heart, vessel, and blood are all part of the circulatory system. The heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body. It contracts in two phases. When the top part reflexes, it fills with blood. When it contracts, the top part squeezes blood to the lower part. When the lower part contracts, it squeezes blood from the heart into the vessels and all parts of the body. Blood is made up of a clear liquid called plasma and small structures called blood cells. Red blood cells carry oxygen throughout the body. White blood cells help fight diseases. Platelets stop bleeding by forming clots, and plasma carries nutrition throughout the body. Okay, those are your highlights.